Hello, friends. Welcome. We are talking all about meal planning this entire month. My name is Casey. I run Anchored Women, and I'm really excited to dive into this topic with you guys because meal planning is one of my favorite things ever, especially when we can figure out how to simplify it, how to streamline it, and how to make it just a lot easier so that we enjoy cooking and feeding our families on a regular basis. So, we've got a bunch of videos coming up for you all month long, and we're going to start here in creating a seasonal meal plan. Now, seasonal meal plans are one of my very favorite hacks because what that really does for you is give you this master list or this reference guide of meal ideas for the entire season 90 days, 3 whole months, which makes monthly meal planning and weekly meal planning a breeze because you've already done the work of coming up with the recipes that you know you want to cook during this season. And then all you have to do is later pick which ones you want to make that week. So let's talk about what we need in order to create a seasonal meal plan. You need your planner. If you've got the SOS planner, we have this built right into the planner. I'll make sure that there's a link below so you can grab that if you'd like to, or you can just do it in a notebook with a pen and paper. Doesn't have to be fancy. I do have a freebie for you, and it includes pages to help you create a seasonal meal plan for every single season. That link is below too. These are our meal planning cheat sheets. We've got a whole bunch of stuff in there for you that will support you all month long. So those seasonal meal plans are in there, but you need something to write with and a place to write stuff down. Now, let's dive into what exactly we put on a seasonal meal plan. I do want to remind you, we're not assigning meals to days at this level. What we're doing is we're creating this list of resources, this list of meal ideas, so that later when you go to monthly or weekly meal plan, then you can pick which meal goes on which day. Right now, all we're doing is creating this massive customized reference guide for you and your family for the entire upcoming season. So, step 1, you want to talk to your family and just ask them, what are your 3 favorite meals that I cook in the fall? What are your 3 favorite meals to eat in the winter, in the spring, in the summer? And chances are you can get at least 1 or 2 out of them, and probably 3 or 4, especially if your family is like, yes, we love this season and the meals that go with it, right? So we want to start there. We want to make our family's favorites a part of our seasonal meal plan so that we are creating meals that we all enjoy. All right, so that's step 1. Get those family favorites from every member of your household. All right, this really does solve 2 problems. Number 1, it cuts down on the complaining when it's somebody else's favorite meal because your kids know, hey, my favorite meal is coming up here pretty soon. And number 2, they have something to look forward to, knowing that you incorporated their likes into your seasonal meal plan and their favorite meals are on their way. So, step 1, write down those family favorites. Step 2 is taking care of making kind of this master list of crowd pleasers. These are the meals that you can make in your sleep that everybody likes. I'm talking tacos, burgers, pizza, spaghetti, those kind of basics that really honestly go into a like every season of the meal plan, right? Whether it's fall or whether it's spring, we're making tacos on Tuesday. So, what are those family crowd pleasers that every single person in your family really enjoys? And bonus if they're actually easy for you to make, like salsa chicken in the crock pot to make chicken tacos. Super easy, always delicious. So, write down those crowd pleasers next. The third thing you want to write down is your favorite meals, okay? Now, as I'm filming this, we're walking into fall. I love fall meals. We make roasts, we make chili, we make all sorts of really fun, like filling, and just warm meals, right? I just love that. So you want to make sure that you include your family, like not just your family's favorites, but your favorites on there too. You might have a few that are good at any time of the year, and some that are really specific to the season. That doesn't matter. Just write them down and make a note about what season they might be good in. Okay. Sometimes it just makes it a little bit easier for us to get in the kitchen and get cooking when we are the ones that really love the meal that we're about to make. All right, so put your favorites on there too. The last step is finding some new recipes for the season. If you're like me, you've always got a new cookbook or a new recipe coming from your favorite blog or Pinterest or something. I love all of the recipes that come inside the Anchored Life kit every month. One of our team members, Allison, puts those together, and she just has such a good eye for good family recipes. So at this stage of the process, you want to pull out those favorites, cookbooks, blogs, Pinterest, your Anchored Life Club meals, whatever it might be, and write down a few ideas of recipes for the season ahead. So, like I said, we're walking into fall. Maybe I found a great dessert recipe or a good new roast recipe, something like that. The fall is really great for good produce, pumpkin, squash, that kind of thing. So I'm going to take into account what season is coming up and write down just a few ideas. All right. What I'm not going to do is fill my seasonal meal plan with a ton of new recipes. That is a recipe for disaster, pardon the pun, but you probably don't have a lot of time to be cooking a brand new meal from scratch 3 or 4 times a week. Instead, pick 4, 5, 6 recipes that you think, oh, I'd really like to make that. Bonus points if you think this might be a really good one to add into my rotation. Not just make it one time, but have it be kind of on repeat, because I'm pretty sure this is a meal that my family will love. And drop those into your seasonal meal plan. All right. We want to do that because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves with brand new recipes. Remember, we've got our family favorites, we've got our crowd pleasers, and we've got our personal favorites on that list already. So just fill in the remaining few spots with your ideas for new recipes for that season. All right. What we want to aim for with this seasonal meal list is about 30 to 35 meals on each season's list. You will likely repeat a lot of these, and you're not going to use all of them each year, but that's kind of the point. You're going to have a seasonal list that you can use year after year and still maintain some variety. Then when you go to plan your monthly meals, you can just pull out your meal list for this particular season, and planning is so easy. That's what we want to do here. So my recommendation is to start with our current season. Right now, when I'm filming this, like I said, we're walking into fall, or you can even skip ahead to the next season. What's super great about this is once you have it done for the entire year, you can reuse it over and over and over again. So, all right, I've got some resources for you and a few things to show you, just ideas that might just help spark some ideas for your own seasonal meal plan list. All right, so we've got this freebie for you, seasonal staples for the fall. It's got a section on here for breakfast, lunches, snacks and treats, and a large space for dinners. This is what I use on a regular basis to make my own seasonal meal plan. We have this inside of our SOS planner, and this is my favorite new way to write everything down. It does the categories a little bit differently. So first we have our favorite winter meals, or this one is specifically for winter. We could do it for fall as well. But our favorites, so I would put my family favorites, my crowd pleasers, and my personal favorites there. And then there's a space just for new recipes for that season, and there's a space for busy Easy meals for busy winter nights or busy fall nights. So I love this part because then I can really, like, if I know, Wednesdays are really busy because we have church and classical conversations and all kinds of things. So I need something easy that night. This is where I'm looking. And then this is just an extra space for more meal ideas. You can make it what you want. I want to share one more thing. This is something I just did a little bit differently for our summer seasonal meal plan, and it worked really well. So I just did this one right here in my bullet journal, and I organized it a different way. Instead of organizing it by the categories I just told you about, I actually organized it by where we cook it. So, for example, I have a list of meal ideas for the oven. I have a list of meal ideas for the stovetop. I have a list of meal ideas for the Blackstone. I have a list of meal ideas for the grill, one for the crock pot, one for the Instant Pot, and then a list of different salads we can make. This worked out really well for the summer because a lot of the time in the summer, we're cooking, like we're deciding what to cook based on the weather. And so do I want to cook outside or inside? Do I want to just put something in a crock pot? Is it too hot to turn the oven on today? That sort of thing. This worked really well for that. So I really liked that. All right, I'll wrap this up. Like I said, we've got these for you in our meal planning cheat sheets. It is a freebie. I will drop the link below. You can go download them yourself and have everything you need to create seasonal meal plans for the entire year. It's got some extra goodies in it too that we're going to use in some upcoming videos. So make sure you download that, and we'll see you next week. Bye, friends.